I'm part of Team Fabric, presenting for Denarius, the Essential Portfolio Manager. And here's our team. It is me, Fernando, along with Ajit, Ryan, Kaushik, Ibrahim, and Brandon. The main problem we're trying to solve with our project, or through Denarius, was that asset information is scattered. With the rising popularity of different forms of assets such as cryptocurrencies, it has become increasingly difficult to keep track of all of them. And the main problem is that there's no centralization of all of this. And we want to create an application that would manage all these transactions and portfolios for you. When we looked at available options in the market that already existed, we segmented them into two categories, by functions and also by design. We wanted to ignore ones like Blockfolio that didn't have a lot of good design or features, while we wanted to harvest features from ones such as JStock, Investing.com, and also coin tracking. And we also were getting inspired by ones like Google Finance that had good design, but just not enough functionality. And we wanted to compare ourselves to good ones that had both good features and design, such as Yahoo Finance and Robinhood. We also mapped out the current process, which seemed very complicated because you need three different sources: Yahoo Finance, CoinMarketCap, and Excel, for example, were needed to create your portfolio, and then you need to provide 8 other steps to then update it or create it. We want to simplify this process through Denarius, where the steps were reduced from 8 to 3, which is creating a portfolio and then updating it by looking up the information. When we also looked at our stakeholders, we segmented them by influence and interest. We first identified apathetics, which were the bond investors, high-frequency traders, or large-cap investors, which needed more technical capabilities for their daily needs. But we also identified other potential users that could use this, such as older investors. And we also identified other latents, which were such as governmental organizations, such as the government or asset exchanges. And we also identified our promoters, which were the younger demographic, which were interested in finance and accounting, and who also manage their own portfolio. We also consolidated 40 different opinions into Taylor the Trader. And Taylor the Trader is generally a younger demographic of either gender that is interested in managing their own portfolio and also viewing it and also tracking its performance. Here's an example of us prototyping different solutions to these stakeholders. Diving into the promoters, we identify a group on campus called SMIF, or the Student Management Investment Fund, which manages $1.6 million of the school endowment through value-based trading. These are juniors and seniors at the schools who are finance majors, which manage this portfolio. And all of them have their own personal portfolio too, and are within the age group we were looking for. So we thought they were perfect participants for our application. Here's a video of our usability evaluation. We included a sample size of 10 SMIF students. So just general, did anyone have any immediate kind of struggles or concerns that popped up to you while you went through the process?
This A stock.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it would be good if, for example, I have 100 shares and every share is $12. It'd be good if
initial investment.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's noted. So you're it would automatically calculate. Anything else?
So it's not really function-wise. It's just the design, like it looks just like a Word document. It's kind of.
So design-wise, you feel like
yeah,
it's not
design-wise, you could.
Can you-
One of each.
on the homepage or on the performance?
What I feel like on the homepage you should just have what you already have, and on the performance add a more detailed
Yeah, so
Or
for
maybe like options, so like.
That's true,
types
that
of
could work.
assets, individual assets, like you have
So you
like buttons
want-
you click.
Here's a cognitive walkthrough with a sample size of 5. And explain the application, and along with the case uses, and then you're going to be running me through the application and just explaining to me out loud what you're thinking of. And then just going to be the observer and taking notes while I'm doing this.
Okay,
Audio.
sorry. Okay, so I typed in the wrong format of my password, so I have to redo that.
And now log back in with your username and password. Okay. Now that you're logged in, add the Facebook stock to your portfolio. Enter the following values.
Okay, so I'm assuming I click this since it's the only button on here. And then I'm going to search Facebook. Found it. I clicked on it. Now I'm going to type in the quantity. Oop, typed in the wrong one. Okay. And I'm going to click confirm. Oh. Okay, I guess that's doing it one by one, right? Okay, well, okay. I guess I don't know how to add. Well, it doesn't look like there's an option to add unless I search another one
That's
at the
up to
same
you.
time. Wait, I'm gonna try it. What's another one? This is Bitcoin. Oh, there you go. Okay, so I'd have to search.
Now that you've created a portfolio, figure out the percentage of your portfolio that is in stocks and the percentage that is invested in cryptos.
Okay, so I look at the type of the asset and see which one says stocks and which one says cryptos, and then, oh, okay, so the graph already does that.
Hmm?
Okay, and then I just look at the percentages.
Okay, was there anything confusing about that process?
No. The only thing was trying to add 2 at the same time. I just didn't know that I had to type in. I had to type it in and then click on it so it would add both at the same time
Okay.
instead of hitting confirm, because hitting confirm just takes you back here. So to add
So it
both.
was a little confusing to know that you can add multiple stocks there.
Yeah.
Okay. That is the end of the task. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Now, shifting gears, I'm going to pass it over to Ajit to talk more about the evaluation results.
Now into the evaluation results, we found that a majority of users thought that navigation, sign up, and login were relatively easy, while adding assets and information to their portfolio were difficult. Also, status and feedback from the process in which the user was in with an application was lacking. Once we got all of our feedback from all of our evaluations, we listed them and assigned a type, either functional or non-functional, as well as the severity score, ranging from 0, which means we did a great job, up to 4, which means it was something we had to fix. We tried to fix feedback that ranged from 2, 3, and 4. Along with severity, we also assigned a scope to our issues. That means that feedback could fall into one of 4 categories, but the most important is issues that were most intense to users and affected the most number of users, which is the bottom right box. These 3 issues included feedback when adding multiple stocks, including different types of performance metrics, and including a confirmation feedback within the application. On the right, we have a BPMN diagram of our application. This can be condensed into 5 key use cases: sign up, login, add single asset, add multiple asset, and check performance. Now we're going to go into a demo of our application. Some challenges we had while developing our application include prioritizing changes from the feedback we received, avoid biasing the users through comments we made during the evaluation, getting a variety of perspectives throughout the users we tested, interpreting the cognitive behavior that users displayed while using our application, integrating some financial APIs within the technical aspects of our application, and quantifying the qualitative data we got through the evaluations. Some future considerations for our application include allowing the user to customize their dynamic metrics of the portfolio, updating our dashboard visuals, allowing users to easily input stocks and reducing their cognitive load, and including a variety of types of assets, including bonds and ETFs. Some key takeaways we had from this project were that interdisciplinary collaboration encourages divergent thinking, design is greater than development, and it is important to get user input throughout the process. Thank you.